Hi guys, my name is Monica and my friends at OnlyVape have asked me to do an instructional video for you on the eGo-Tank system. This is the box that your kit will come in. I just want to point out that the brand is Joy E-Tech. Start off, you get two full electronic cigarettes, and they come with an atomizer on each. You get an instruction manual, which I definitely recommend reading from front to back. There's a lot of useful information in there. A wall charger, a wall adapter, I guess I should say, a USB charger. You get 5 of these tanks, and these are what hold your e-liquid. You get 2 silicone replacement caps, which are for your tanks, and then you get 2 protective covers, which are also for your tanks. And lastly, you get a carrying case. Alright, I guess I can start by showing you each and every little piece that you're going to get in your kit. When you order from OnlyVape, in your kits, you're going to get 1,000 mAh batteries. Those are the only batteries that come in the kits. First thing I want to show you is this is my battery that I got in my kit about 1.5 years ago. And I am still using this battery, so that just goes to show you the quality, how they last a long time. But also, I want to compare the two. This is a 1,000 mAh battery, the one that you get in your kit from OnlyVape. Then this is only a 650 mAh. So as you can see, the one that you get from OnlyVape is much larger, but that just means that the battery life is pretty much doubled. So that's definitely an upgrade here. Another thing that I want to show you that the silver battery has that this one does not is it has a 5-click on-off function. Now when you get your battery, or when you get your kit rather, your batteries come in the off position. So you're going to want to turn your battery on. And you do that by clicking this button 5 times really fast. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you. And as you can see, it blinked. And you can tell that it's on by pressing the battery and then the light turns on. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this into the charger because, like I said, it's not fully charged. So you're just going to go ahead and screw it into the USB charger. And what's great about this charger is you can plug it into your computer or you can plug it into the wall with your wall adapter. I'm going to go ahead and use the wall adapter today. And when you plug this in, you'll notice that the light will blink on your battery. That just shows you that it's charging. And then also you'll see this red light here. That also indicates that it's charging. You want to leave this on your charger until it's fully green. You might see it go back and forth between red and green. That is not fully charged. It is fully charged when it's green and it stays green. So just leave it on the charger until then. So I'm going to let this hang out for a minute and charge. The next piece I want to talk about is your atomizer. This is a very important part to your eGo because it is your heating element. It heats up your juice, which creates your vapor. This is your battery end of the atomizer. That's the part you will screw into your battery. And then this is your tank end, which is the part that you will slide your tank down into. The first thing I want to talk about on this is the wick down in the bottom of that. And that is actually what heats up the juice, is that wick. And then also when you look further into the atomizer, you'll see kind of a shiny silver piece. And on each side of that, there's 2 little black slots. Those are actually air slots, which draws air through there, which creates a smooth, nice hit. So, another thing I want to talk about, let's back a little bit to that wick. When these come to you, these come pre-moistened with a juice. It doesn't have any flavor. It doesn't have any nicotine. It's simply to keep that wick moist. And you really want to keep that wick moist, because if it dries out, it's going to leave you with a burnt taste, and that's rather nasty, so you definitely don't want that to happen. A tip that my friends at OnlyVape taught me was that if you want to taste the flavor of your juice right away when you get these, is to just blow out that juice that they pre-moisten that wick with. And I'm going to do that for you real quick. And to do that, you're just going to put your lips around this battery end of your atomizer and just give it a nice blow, kind of like you're blowing up a balloon. So I'll go ahead and do that. Little tap there. And I don't know if you can see that juice that came out. That's good. That means your atomizer is clean and you'll taste your flavor right away. And your atomizer is ready to go. The next thing I want to talk about is your tank. And this is the reservoir that holds your e-liquid. I'll slide this cap off. The first thing I want to talk about with this is this pre-punctured hole, and that actually will slide, your wick will slide into that once you put your tank inside your atomizer, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. So to fill your tank, you have to take this cap off, and to do that, I like to kind of stick my fingernail underneath these little slots in the side of the tank. It gives you a little leverage to pop this cap off, because these can be a little stubborn at times, but that's okay because it just ensures that you got a nice tight fit and you won't have any leaking. So I'm going to go ahead and get my fingernail underneath there and try to pop this thing off. And I got it. Alright, you're ready to fill your tank now with your juice. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now when you fill this up, just remember that you don't want to fill it all the way to the tippy top, because if you do that, when you go to put your cap back on, you can overflow and then you're just wasting juice. So just fill it up till almost the top, leave a little space. I don't know if you can see that there. Alright, you're ready to put your cap back on. I just want to point out these two little flat pieces here, on two little flat sides on the side of your cap. You're going to line those two flat sides up. I'm going to do this without spilling. With these two little flat sides on the slot here, just pop that right back on. It's important that you line those up. That way your cap's on there properly. And you heard that snap, which is good. That pretty much shows that your cap is on nice and tight. And then also, you can see that the cap is flush with the bottom of the tank here. There's no gap. It's nice on. It's just a nice fit on there, so there'll be no leaking. One thing I want to point out is sometimes when you pull these caps on and off, your seal just isn't as good anymore. And if you got a brand new atomizer or fairly new atomizer on your battery and you're leaking, what we suggest is tossing this cap and replacing with one of these silicone replacement caps. These are actually pretty nice. They're easier to get on and off, and they actually have a pretty good seal on them too. So I think it's really neat that this kit comes with these replacement caps. So, alright, you're ready to put your tank in your atomizer. Now remember those two little slots that I was telling you about earlier inside of your atomizer? You're going to line those two slots up with these two slots on the side of your tank. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. It's very important to line these up, otherwise you're going to leak. So I just put it in there and give it a nice firm press. And you probably heard that click. And I want to show you here that your tank is flush with your atomizer. There's no gap. Just a nice tight fit. So you're ready now to attach your atomizer to your battery. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this battery off the charger. And you're just going to put your end piece of your atomizer onto your battery. Screw it in. Pretty tight, not too tight, but make sure it's definitely on there. Okay? And here you have a fully assembled electronic cigarette. E-cig, eGo, whatever you want to call it. One thing that I love about this kit is the tank system itself. And it's just so easy to see when you need juice, because you can just tilt your tank and you see that little air bubble in there. You know how much juice is in there. There's no guessing. And that's one thing I learned with other electronic cigarettes, is that you never know when, you know, that you're out of juice. This is right in front of your eyes. It's very clear to see when it's time to fill this bad boy up again. So I just love that you can just tilt it and just see how much juice is in there. Alright, now you're ready to start vaping. So I guess the first thing I want to say is that you want to hold your button down. Just go ahead and hold it down. It starts heating things up in your atomizer. It starts heating up your juice, which creates your vapor. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to press my button, then I'm going to put it in my mouth, draw, and then exhale. And one thing I love about this battery too is that this push button, it does all the work for you. You don't have to hit it as hard as you hit a cigarette. You don't have to, you know, really suck on it. Pushing the battery does mostly all the work for you. So, and one thing too is if you do hit it too hard, like take a hard drag off of it, there'll start to be juice up in this little tip here and at the very end, which will result in it getting on your lips, which will then get into your mouth. And that is also pretty nasty. So just a nice light draw. Just kind of let the vapor fill in your mouth and just a smooth exhale. And if you do get into that tip, that's okay. You can just go wash it out and start with a new tank. Heck, you got 5 of them. So I'll just go ahead and hit this one time more for you. I'm going to go ahead and press the button and take a hit. Amazing. I love this kit so much, and I hope you guys do too. Happy vaping. I hope this works for you guys, and I'll check you next time.